Hey y'all, iRickSky here, and within this video I'm going to explain step by step in a hands-on fashion how to edit Final Cut Pro videos step by step. Now, to give you a quick background about myself, I've been editing videos. I started out with some of the old tools, and then I upgraded to iMovie, which is the editing software that comes with Macs, and then I upgraded to Final Cut Pro 10. I've been using Final Cut Pro 10 for 10 to 15 years editing videos. Primarily, I edit my videos within Final Cut Pro 10 to post to YouTube here on youtube.com/iRickSky, where you're watching this video. So I just wanted to provide a step-by-step, hands-on, very simplistic tutorial for editing videos within Final Cut Pro 10. You may be wanting to edit videos within Final Cut Pro 10 for YouTube or other purposes. That doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you how to do it. Now, all that I ask is that you subscribe to my channel and ring that bell to be notified whenever I post another video. But if you find my tutorials for Final Cut Pro 10 to be particularly helpful, help to support my channel. Not required, but deeply appreciated if you choose to do so. You can look down below this video or any of my videos. There's a button there that says thanks, and you can click that and you can choose to send me a super thanks. Not required, but deeply appreciated. And also, I want to encourage everyone to ask questions down below, because any question that you may choose to ask, I will hopefully be able to respond to within a future video here on youtube.com/iRickSky within my Final Cut Pro 10 video playlist. So without further ado, let's hop in front of Final Cut Pro 10, and we're going to go through editing a video within Final Cut Pro 10 step by step. Okay, so we're in Final Cut Pro 10. The first thing we will do, and you'll notice here I've got this disk, which is referred to as SSD TMP, or actually that's the project name, but something we'll talk about real quickly here is that you need to build one of these external SSDs, super affordable, and I've linked the tutorial video that I put together for how to build one, along with the enclosure and the SSD within this video's description. Not something you have to do initially, but something as you have more video content, you're probably going to need the extra space, and it's an inexpensive way to do it, and it's fast. So let's go ahead and jump right in here to editing. So you'll see this is my storage, which is my NVMe SSD. So I'm going to select it, and then I'll do File, New, Event. And we'll just call this FCPX Tutorial iRickSky. And that's creating this event here. So what this event is, this will be all my assets for this particular video edit. So think of it as this is your desktop. You know, if you're looking at a physical desktop, you've got ink pens, you've got paper, you've got notes and books and this, that, and the other. This is your desktop. So right now it's blank. So I'm going to turn on my camera, which is connected using, well, it's a USB-C Thunderbolt, you know, just that little cable. And once I plug it in, you'll see my video assets here. Now, I filmed these, and the camera and microphone that I use, which is a pretty high-end camera and microphone, I've linked it within this video's description. I think the video quality and audio quality is quite exceptional. So the first thing we'll do is I'm going to select these clips, and then for the event, I'll select Final Cut Pro 10 Tutorial iRickSky, and then import all. So this is importing the video assets from my camera into my SSD, which again, that's linked within this video's description. It's just an affordable but fast and small physical size external storage device. And it's nice because if I'm editing among multiple Macs, which I have iMac and MacBook Pro, if I want to physically transport my projects from, say, laptop to desktop, it's easy to do it using that storage device. So now that we're importing our assets, and you can see the percentage here, it looks like a little pizza, and it's closing up. and then also up here you can see the overall transfer. Now these video clips, like I said, it's a high-end camera. It filmed in 4K 60 frames per second, and it's got an external microphone connected. So it's a very very high-end video and very high-end audio capture. So your camera's transfer may be a little bit quicker if you're using a camera that's not capturing as high of audio and as high of video quality. And likewise, you could use your smartphone. So whatever camera with microphone that you're using, that's fine. I'm using this. So we're going to let this complete, but while we do, we can go ahead and go to File and say New Project. And this is the actual name of the project. So when you're watching this on YouTube, this is how I got to that. So I'm going to say How to Edit Final Cut Pro X Videos Step by Step. So that's my project name. So what you'll do for your project, and in this case, well, I've got a few components. So the first one is my intro clip here. And there's a few things you can do. You can drag it in. I want to show you this. This right here is the audio. You can see those little, what they call waveforms. That's the audio. And you can adjust the volume if you needed to. You can go to this up here towards the top right. I'm going to keep it where it is. One thing that I do with my camera is I test and set the camera's microphone input to be optimal. And then that way, typically with video edits, I don't have to adjust the volume. Now, in certain cases, you may want the volume to be lower at certain points, and you can use this slider right here. See, you can slide it to adjust the volume. And you can see as I do that waveform at the bottom, it adjusts. Now, something to be aware of, see right there where I'm seeing all that red and yellow? You don't want that because that's going to sound bad. So I'm going to put it back to 0 because, like I said, I've got a little bit of yellow is fine, but I've got it exactly like I want it. Something I always do with video, especially face-on video, is I film a little bit of a lead-in portion. What you can do to cut, you can select there and then do Edit. Do Trim. So what I'm doing, this is where I started the camera. I used a tripod. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to select that and then do Trim Blade. And then I'm going to highlight this intro part because, you know, anytime you start recording, you're probably walking away from the tripod. You're probably making some unnecessary noise. So I'm going to delete that first few moments. And then what I'm going to do, and this is a cool trick here, I'm going to go to about right here and I'm going to do Blade. All Blade does is break up your clip. So I'm going to do a Blade there. I'm going to keep this part, but then I'm going to go right into where, before I start speaking, and do Trim and do Blade again and delete that part. Now this is really cool. We're going to do what's called a transition. So see right here where it says Cross Dissolve, and this is under transition. So if you go over here to the right, you've got Effects, and then to the right of that, you've got Installed Transitions. We're going to do a Cross Dissolve. So I'm simply going to drag this between those two clips, and you can see these little dots up here. That means it's processing. Now it's processed, but check this out when I play it. So see, boom, I magically appear. That's called a Cross Dissolve. Now what you can do, you can add a cool sound effect to that. So I'm going to go into Sound Effects, and I know the names because I've been editing for almost 15 years. So I can go in and search and find a good sound effect. So I'm going to use that one right there, and you can drag that sound effect to this. So when you're watching this video on YouTube, hey y'all, Rick Sky here, and within this video, so see that adds I magically appear, and then it adds a sound effect. So that's a cool edit. So see, now we're going to go into this right here to the end of the clip. So watch your clip, listen to it. Go through editing a video within Final Cut So I ended there. One thing to be aware of during face on camera, and this is just a little bit extra for your knowledge, always keep your facial expression, keep your location after you stop speaking, because when you're editing here, you can see it makes it easier. So I can do a natural cut, I can do blade and delete that. If you rapidly move or start to walk away before you finish speaking in front of the camera, it's going to make editing, professional edit, impossible. So again, always train your brain to, after you have finished speaking, to just kind of pause there for a few seconds. That way when you go in and edit like this will be a natural cut. So this is my introductory, these are my introductory statements when you're watching the YouTube video. These are my introductory statements. And then I cut into the actual tutorial, which you're watching me film now. But I'm going to show you another piece, and this is another tip that I highly recommend, because what I like to do is pre-film and edit my intro clip. So these are just a few seconds. If you've subscribed to my channel, you've seen them. If not, subscribe and ring that bell and check out all my videos. But you'll find that most all of my more recent videos, I've got both an intro clip that plays before the video starts, and I've got an outro clip that plays when the video ends. So what I can do is, these are already edited. They're 3840 by 2160, which is 4K, which matches the format of this video. So I'll drag one to the beginning, that's my intro clip, and then I can drag my outro to the end. And now all that I've got to do, the actual tutorial that I've talked through here, is embed within this section. So this video that you're watching on YouTube, and this may sound a little bit confusing, but this video that you're watching on YouTube, the part that I was filming here on my computer, where you see the screen, that's what's going to go here. So to dissect it in its most simplistic form, you've got your intro clip, which I highly encourage. And again, this is assuming you're publishing for YouTube or something. So this is your channel's name. Then you cut into the video. You don't have to do something like this in the beginning, but I like to start out with a transition where I magically appear. I think it looks cool. So this is the face on video portion. This is explaining what the video is about. And then this, which I don't have in there yet because I'm recording it at the time of filming this tutorial, that is the tutorial section, and then it goes into the outro. So it's branding, it's dramatic entrance, it's talking about what the video is about, it's the tutorial, and then it's the outro. So I hope this video helped. There's a lot more we can do within Final Cut Pro 10. This is just a very basic step-by-step tutorial for editing Final Cut Pro 10 videos. You could use this for a variety of different use cases. This is just one example. And again, the camera and microphone that I used, you can expand this video's description and click the link there to find where to order it online. Also, the storage device like I use, like I said, it's an externally connected SSD that I assembled myself. Very easy. You can watch that video, very affordable, but it's a great way to add a sufficient amount of storage, call it a scratch disk, for your Final Cut Pro 10 video edits. And it's easy to transport. If you use multiple Mac computers, it's easy to physically transport among those multiple Mac computers. And then also, speaking of Mac computers, I'm using a MacBook Pro, but you may also choose to use a Mac Mini or an iMac, and I've linked all of those within this video's description. I hope this video helped. If it did, be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. And if it really helped, feel free to send me a super thanks. Not required, but if you choose to do so, you can click that thanks button down below this video or any of my videos. And this right here, by the way, is these are other videos that I'm going to post, but I just put those in my Final Cut Pro 10 FCPX tutorial IRIX guy. That's called an event. And again, this is the project name. So event is a container of where you put all your assets. That can be video, audio, and then you do the project, which is the actual name of whatever you're going to publish, whether you're publishing it to YouTube or using it for some other purpose. But I hope this video helped. And again, thanks for your viewership, and be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Y'all have a good day. I hope y'all found this Final Cut Pro 10 video editing tutorial to be helpful. Again, if you did, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified whenever I post another video. And if you have any questions or maybe topics that you would like to hear me address and see me address within upcoming tutorial videos here on IRIX Guys Adventure Channel, comment down below, and I'll try my best to post a future video to respond to your question or questions. And again, not required, but if you choose to do so, if you found this video to be particularly helpful, please consider sending me a super thanks. You can find that thanks button down below this video or any videos on my channel, youtube.com/IRIXGuy. Not required, but it's deeply appreciated. And be sure to check out and keep your eyes on my Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial videos playlist, where this video is, because I'm going to continue to post additional tutorial videos as you ask questions. Hey y'all, Captain IRIX Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IRIX Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.